Well,
it's all backwards.
yeah, at least in the mirror effect, it should work here. Yeah. We just got out of seeing the interview finally. I guess before we talk about the movie, let's just talk about the issues that this movie had getting into theaters. What was your take on first? When you first heard about this movie, what was your first reactions to it?
I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it when it was supposed to come out in October, but then they pushed it back to Christmas, and well, that almost didn't happen. So.
Yeah, I don't know why they pushed it back to December in the first place, but
they pushed it back because of North Korea was mad. So
really, so they thought 2 months would work here. Well, I guess everybody here knows the story. Long story short, Sony postponed the movie, and then it's like, bad call on our parts. So let's go ahead and we'll show it a couple days after it's supposed to be released. But they ended up showing it, and we were fortunate enough to see it in our local movie theater. So I guess on your take first, before we're about to get to the movie, what was your take on that situation with them?
Oh, the situation of them canceling it, and
Yeah.
then, well, I was really upset. But I knew they weren't going to not release it. It was, everyone was mad about it. I knew it was either going to get released this week like it did, or get postponed until January. And fortunately, it was released this week.
Yeah, I'm glad it was released because, like I said, my own opinion of this, I think that Sony did make a mistake because, film is all about, freedom of speech. That's part of our First Amendment. People value one, they want to express film, and people have a right to in this country. They have a right to do that. Well, and it's just everything. Film is all about opinion. I voice my opinions a lot. I'm sure you have your own opinions on some movies. We may disagree on a lot of things. We agree on some things. I still hate Transformers 4.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to defend you on that one. But like I said, I'm glad this movie got released because looking back on it, I think it's probably one of the funniest movies of the year.
Yeah. It's one of the most aware comedies I've seen, and it's really funny. It wasn't terrible like I thought it was. Like when I originally saw the previews and stuff for it, I wanted to see it, but I thought it was going to be like This Is the End, which wasn't. I didn't really like This Is the End.
It was okay, but
I like Pineapple Express a lot.
Pineapple Express was good. Yes, we were in high school. We were still quoting stuff in that movie, but
yeah, it's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
very quotable movie.
Yeah, just remember, my friend. You could be my Frodo, and I'm your Sam, and together we can go to Mordor. How many times did they quote Lord of the Rings in that movie?
A lot.
Way
more than I figured they would have.
Yeah, I figured it almost got to the point where it became predictable at times, so they were sort of quoting that same joke where it's like, okay, guys, it's starting to get just a little, but
which is funny because it ended up coming out within the same week as The Hobbit. So,
yeah. But let's talk about acting first. I thought Franco and Rogan outstanding together.
Yeah, they work really well together.
They really work really good. Would you say this is probably one of their best movie together, or would you kind of put this?
This is probably their best movie together. Pineapple Express was really James Franco's first time doing the whole comedy thing, and now he's just really good at it.
I know.
Comes naturally. So he found his shtick. So
yeah, other than that one movie where I forget the name of it, where his hands caught between the rock. I forget the name of that movie. You know what I'm talking about, right?
127 hours.
Yeah, 127 hours. I thought this was his second best performance. Far as comedy goes, I think this was his best performance.
I haven't seen him do the
127 hours.
No. He won an Oscar for playing James Dean. I think he won an Oscar for Dean. He just got nominated.
He got nominated for that. I know he got nominated for 127 hours. But
he played James Dean. Apparently that was really good. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, so well, people in the comments section let that know. But
I'm probably completely wrong.
Yeah. Rogan, on the other hand, I kind of felt like he was playing the exact same character he always plays in movies. Though.
Yeah, like
It's essentially the same guy. When they get into comedy, so he pretty much essentially plays the same character. Well, it's fine, but I'm just every time I see a movie, I don't see whoever the guy Seth Rogen was playing. I forget his name in the movie, but Aaron Rappaport. Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw Seth Rogen, and that tends to if he wants to be character actors, like every time I was seeing him in a movie, I just see Seth Rogen. I'm going to call him Seth Rogen because that's essentially he plays Seth Rogen. in this movie, but
it works. I mean, George
it
Clooney
works.
plays George Clooney in every movie.
That is true. Even in Batman and Robin, he still played George Clooney.
Brad Pitt plays Brad Pitt in every single movie.
Yes, he does. But
I mean, it works for him.
I mean,
So.
it's their niche. That's how they play. Then that character works for him. What do you think of the guy who played Kim Jong-un?
He did a really good job.
Yeah, I thought so too. Going into this movie, we were talking about this on the way up here about our whole political views on what North Korea. We both, have our own philosophies we won't get into, but they played it up in this movie where he's just a sympathetic daddy's boy with issues, but at the same time, he has that little childlike presence. Like, he's such a fanboy when he meets Dave Scarlett, who's played by James Franco, and it was just those moments in that film. They're pretty genuine. Like, you almost felt like, even though like he's such a dictator, there's still like a humanity side to him, and that's what this film was trying to get across. But at the same time, if you know anything about Kim Jong-un, you know the qualities.
Yeah, he's not a good guy in real life.
No, he's not.
The guy's name is Randall Park.
Randall Park
plays Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, has he been in any other films?
I don't know. I've never seen him in anything else, so I don't.
I don't know, but like that was good. Like he looked the part, so I'll give him that.
He's been in a bunch of movies that I
never
don't
heard
care
of.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, they just cast him because he looked the part, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
Fair enough. I thought he was fine. Like movie really wanted to get that point across where they wanted to show like the humanity side of him, but at the same time, kind of want to poke fun at him because I guess we can.
I mean, to be fair, who cares if we? I was watching an interview with Seth Rogen, and he was saying like they were going to change the name. They were going to make it about a fake dictator, but they're like, who are we? Who cares if we make fun of Kim Jong-un because it's Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty much like making fun of Hitler. Like no one cares.
Yeah, that's true. So, like I said, all in all, we're glad it got released. I guess funniest jokes in the movie, like, I really like the first third of this movie. Like, just them, the whole point of them trying to get
the lead up.
The lead up to it, yeah. As far as my problems for it, I said this in the review when I first saw this movie online. The movie kind of tended to lose a little bit of focus when they were trying to get to the CIA and they were trying to get to the part where they're trying to kill.
They kind of stalled out a bit when they're doing the CIA training stuff. But.
Yeah, because essentially the core of the movie is just Rogan and Franco coexisting, and then also the point where it gets to Korea and the bonding time with Franco and Un and all them. You kind of lost the focus because they lost the magic. Like, sure, it's just like a Franco, hanging out with Un for like 20 minutes. And sure, there were generally, good moments in this film, but at the same time, but they tend to lose a little bit of its focus and its sense of humor towards the end, though, I thought. But
I thought that part worked really well. It was
I was saying, like, I'm not saying it wasn't necessary. I'm just saying that
I thought the part before that with the probe from the drone.
Oh, yeah.
That was...
the tiger.
It seems like that whole scene was built for just that joke.
Yeah. And it's cliche, like, you could probably predict what happens as soon as you see things coming in the series.
The trailer. You can... If you've seen the trailer,
you'll see. You know where we're talking about. You've seen the trailer, yeah. But, yeah, that alone, I thought that was pretty funny. But, all in all, like I said, I thought it was a really good movie. I'm glad it got released in the States. I'm glad this local theater we went to picked it up, so we didn't have to travel as far.
Yeah.
But,
really glad.
Yeah, final thoughts. I didn't quite finish the movie when I first watched it. I watched 70 minutes of it on a bootleg because at the time I didn't know if Sonny was really going to pull through or not. And
yeah.
So I was happy to went to go see the movie as a whole. And I will definitely see it again. And I would definitely say it's one of my favorite comedies of the year. So.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I think through Google Play you can watch it. And on Xbox you can watch it.
Yeah, but
for like $7.
Not PlayStation 3 or 4, ironically, because they are Sony. Yet it's weird that Sony would not.
I'm sure it's going to be on there.
Sure.
That's weird. That's really weird. That's not the.
Yeah, it's not on PlayStation 4. Like, as of today, it's not available on PlayStation 4 or 3 or any of the Sony consoles. It's just on Xbox.
They did just get the PlayStation Network did get hacked again. Maybe Sony is. Well, it's obvious Sony doesn't have the best security for.
They got their own problems. So
their stuff.
All we care about is just entertain us, and we will go see movies like this. And I'm really happy. Like I said, I saw this movie. And it may make my top 10 this year. I don't know. We still got a lot of lists. We still got to see a lot of movies coming out in the end of the year. We still got to see Imitation Game. We still got to see American Sniper. Still got to see Delma. All those good movies.
Selma.
Selma. I say Belma.
Yeah, Belma. Yeah,
Belma. It's Selma. Okay. Yeah. The Martin Luther King movie. You all know what I meant. But yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I gave it a B when I first watched it. I'll give it a B plus, A minus. I'll say, like, what would you give it? Like
an A minus probably.
Yeah, okay. But it's not every joke. Not every joke worked in this movie, but for the most part, I go there. I want to go to the movie, popcorn movie, get entertained. We went in there. I was very entertained. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it was a really good movie.
So, all right, what more can we say? You know, this has been Jacob Walton, an exclusive interview. I have no clue how to sign out. Just sayonara. Oh, it's still rolling, isn't it?